All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I would like to give all praises to the Most High and the Lashawan Kodash, the Holy Tongue. All right, we're gonna by speaking the Paleo Hebrew. All right, the Most High has a name. All right, and it's God is a title, not His name. All right, His name is not Jehovah. It's not Yahweh. All right, His true name is Yahweh. All right, and His only begotten Son's true name is Yahweh Shai. All right, not JC, not Jesus. All right, His true name is Yahweh Shai. All right, so I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rekah, Kodash, Ma'amath. Definitely want to give double honor to the apostles of JMS and their elders. Definitely want to give double honor to my elder, Aharwam, Bun Yashal, the Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom to the sincere, Akim, Akwathian, and Bunyan that believe in sincerity and truth. And Akim, Akwathian, and Bunyan is men, women, and children. All right, Shalom. All right, today's lesson is going to be going into this article. All right, I'm not subscribed to these different people that create these articles. All right, I was scrolling through Smart News, so I just want to get this understanding right now, because this particular article comes from the LGBTQ Nation. All right, again, I'm not subscribed to them. I don't even rock with them like that. Don't you feel me? So, but I was scrolling through Smart News. It's an app that you can find different articles on, dealing with current events. And this particular article I ran across when I seen this man, right? This guy here. Matter of fact, let me take a screenshot because it's gonna be my thumbnail. All right. But when I seen Ron DeSantis, because it's dealing with the state I live in, I said, let me check this out. And I read the title. It says, Florida is denying trans people updated birth certificates in defiance of its own law. Now, I don't rock with Ron DeSantis. He's trying to hide our history, from our children, right? That mostly the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's trying to, cover up our history, right? And our history is the most important history because we are the true people of the Most High. We are the true children, right? We are the Israelites of the Most High, right? And we have to remember that we got to keep pushing and keep fighting to get this truth out, man. All right, because people like Ron DeSantis want to cover up our history and keep our people dumb. But in this particular case, I am in agreement with him denying people to change their gender on their birth certificates. All right, for a bunch of reasons, man. For one, all right, the main reason is it's an abomination, man. For one, all right, coming from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, sodomy is an abomination, man. All right, and then for two, it's already hard to kind of basically determine what you're dealing with while you're out here in this world, man, doing your daily activities, work, whatever the case may be, shopping, grocery shopping, whatever the case may be. All right, it's already hard to tell, what people got going on, man, because a lot of people, they're makeup artists, man. They're what was the name? Just like kind of like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson used to love to dress up and play as different characters. He'll go out in public and he'll look like somebody totally different. And that's pretty much what we're dealing with today, man. When it's dealing with our with the people, man, they're dressing up as drags. Men are dressing up as women. The women are dressing up as men. All right, now it's a little bit easier. It's a lot easier to tell the difference between a woman dressing up as a man compared to a trans man. A man dressing up as a woman, right? Because makeup, and just like a clown, right? Just like because they are clowns, really. But just like anybody that does makeup, right? You can make one person look totally different by putting on putting on a full costume, basically. Right, and this is why we encourage our women today to stay more natural. Keep your hair natural. But they're not even satisfied how the Most High made them. Right, how Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai made them. They're not satisfied. Now this is why they have to put on all this makeup and put on horse's hair or a different person's hair in on their head, right? Trying to cover up for one, they do it because the Lord has struck their scalp. Matter of fact, all right. So the Lord ain't playing with us out here, man. All right, this Isaiah 3 in the blue letter. The title says, and starting at verse 16, the title above it says, Judah's woman denounced. All right. It's verse 16. Moreover, the Lord Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and massing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Right. You know how women are today. So imagine back then, just wearing certain things so they could be noticed and walking, with their head held high, thinking they the shit, thinking that they all of that, right? Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord Yahweh will discover their secret parts. All right, so as you see today, women are losing their edges, man. Their scalp is being struck by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They're losing their edges. They're losing their hair, right? Alopecia is hitting them very hard. As men, we're used to that. Men, we lose our hair as we get older, right? But for women, it's a covering, right? Grab that. It's First Corinthians chapter 11, book in verse 15. But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her. All right, so the Lord is hitting the scalpel of these women, man. All right, taking their glory from her, taking her covering from her. All right. Ultimately, we're her covering, and above us, Yahweh Shai, and above that, the Most High. All right, so that's how it goes. The Most High, Yahweh, His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, as far as from top to bottom, and then the man, and then the woman, right? And so our women feel like they need to go out and do all this stuff to put on all this makeup, mask themselves and hide all their what they consider is not sexy or what they consider is faulty. They try to hide their the faulty ways of their body or their hair, right? But they don't correct their mouth, and they don't correct their attitude, and they don't correct their mindset, right? And that's why the Lord is striking their heads because they're not falling in place based off of the information and the instructions Yahweh Bashim Yahushua left for us, man, that the women should be under the man, right, tending to a man and making sure being that good helpmate and not trying to feel like they can overtake everything. They're better than us at everything. They're smarter than us. They're anything we can do, they can do. Right? That's not how Yahweh Bashim Yahushua set this up, man. So it's a lot going on. Our women are out of order. The men are out of order. Now the men want to be women, and the women want to be men. It's complete chaos, man. This place is the author of confusion, Babylon, man. All right, which is America today. All right. Verse 15 again. But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering. But if a man seem to be contentious, right, that was pretty much the point. All right. Let's go back to Isaiah. Isaiah 3. And go back down. All right. I'm gonna start off at 16. All right. Isaiah 3 and 16. Moreover, the Lord Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, right, and making a tinkling with their feet. Now let's read in the NLT. All right, it says a warning to Jerusalem as the title of verse 16 and below. All right, verse 16 it says of Isaiah 3, the Lord Yahweh says, beautiful Zion is haughty, right, craning her elegant neck, flirting with her eyes, walking with dainty steps, tinkling her ankles with ankle bracelets. I just want to be seen. This is how women are today, putting on a whole goddamn bodysuit just so they can be seen, right? So I was only bringing out this information because it's already hard for us to determine what the hell we dealing with, because everybody got on a fucking costume, man. Everybody, man. Our women, our natural born women that love men and want to be with the man, right? Still put on costumes, right? These transgenders, they put on costumes on both sides, the man and the woman, right? It's nothing but confusion, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua ain't with it, right? So he's gonna burn this place with fervent heat, man. He's gonna destroy this place just like Sodom and Gomorrah with that fire, man. All right. Verse 17, therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head, in the KJV, verse 17 of Isaiah 3. Therefore the Lord Yahweh will smite, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord Yahweh will discover their secret parts, man. All right, in NLT it says, verse 17, so the Lord will send scabs on their head. The Lord will make beautiful Zion bald. Right? So let's go back to the article, man. I just wanted to grab that, man, because it's it's already hard for us out here dealing with this foolishness, man. And then we got the LGBTQ ZYX, the alphabet community wanna fight for rights, for their rights, which come from man. That's their man belief. Right, that's belief of man. That's not belief coming from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's not the truth. That's not, that there's no faith in that, man. There's no way anybody can say that they deal with the same sex and believe that they are a part of salvation, being part of the 144 hope for elect or the 1/3. There's no way anybody can believe that, man. If you're being a partaker in abominations like that, there is no salvation for you, man. Period. Because that's one of the main things the Lord hates. Right? Sins are forgiven, but the things He hates is something different, man. It's a lot that goes into that, man. All right, like instant death, all right, or instant judgment, should I say? Even though we're on the grace right now, people have the time to turn away from that wickedness, right? But in the past, they used to get killed right then and there, right? That's an abomination, man. So anybody who, even if they have the true names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right, if they're taking part into those particular acts, man, it's a sore judgment coming in behind that, man. All right, so, but let's go back to the article, man. I'm just over here rambling. All right, let me see if I can find it again. I don't know why my phone do that. Salaki. All right, but this is one of the things I agree with when it comes to Ron DeSantis. All right, not talking about the LGBTQ. All right, I'm always gonna go against anything they got going on. All right, period. But I can agree with Ron DeSantis not to allow these people to change their birth certificates. Right, if they're born a male, their birth certificate should say male. If they're born a woman, the birth certificate should say woman. All right, so should your ID, your identification, any of that type of stuff, man. Because at the end of the day, we got children out here for one, right? And our children don't need to be seeing stuff like that, and then they don't need to be getting caught up behind somebody that has on a costume, a mask, thinking that this person is a woman when it's actually a man, or just taking pointers off of that person. It doesn't even have to be that some, they can just look up to this person, like, thinking that this person is a well-established individual, but this individual is actually a wicked individual, man, that goes completely against the grain of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, but the article said Florida is denying trans people updated birth certificates in defiance of its own laws, while Republican lawmakers have repeatedly failed to pass legislation to prevent transgender people from updating their birth certificates to reflect their gender identity. The state has nonetheless been denying requests from both trans adults and minors to do so for the past year. Now, let's give Ron DeSantis a goddamn round of applause. That's probably the only round of applause you'll ever get from me, Mr. Ron DeSantis. All right, because you a buster too. Oh, buster, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, it says, according to the 19th census last year, According to the 19th, since last year, trans minors and adults in the state have received letters from the Florida Department of Health Bureau of Vital Statistics denying their request for amended birth certificates, even when all their other government, Salakia, all their other government issue ID documents reflect their gender identity. And despite the fact that they have produced documentation of their gender transition that has previously been accepted. All right, so again, man, it's just, they're basically putting in their request and it's getting denied, man. Even though it's been approved of them actually, being able to become a different gender, right? But the state is denying them from being able to change it on the actual birth certificate, which again, round of applause, because what I have been teaching, the children or young people, because from when I got children, and they have friends, and some of my children are up in age, 18, 19. So it's like when I have talks with them the last few years, even still today, when I have talks with them, in the past I used to tell them, look, man, when you out there, and you walk around the mall or whatever, you see a chick, it's go, do your thing, man, go holler at her, whatever, but make sure that's a chick, and one of the main ways you can do that is by asking for her ID, you know, um, and then be straight up with her. Look, I'm gonna ask for your ID for protection of myself. All right. I kind of find it rude to Google people, when I can just literally ask you. But I check your ID so I can make sure I have the correct, your correct name and your gender. Like, be straight up. Hey, man, we in 2024, man. Shit, they had sodomy shit going back thousands of years ago. You don't think I'm finna ask y'all today? And it's hard to determine if you're a man or a woman out here, because all y'all got on pounds of makeup on your face, fake booties, fake titties. Your skin tone is off. Your face skin tone way different from your body skin tone. I mean, it's all vanity, man. It's ridiculous. So I tell my son straight up, man, like, hey, bro, ain't nothing to add, don't be scared to ask for more information, man. Hey, man, show me some legitimate proof that you this and you that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know you gonna go fact check anything I done told you today. You know what I'm saying? To see if I'm lying or just trying to, boast about something, treat them the same way, right? Like, nah, bro, So Ron Santés, you doing great right now when it comes to that. Don't allow them to change nothing on their birth certificate or on their ID. Check it all, man. Make sure that if they're born a man, make sure they're labeled as a man. All right, period, man. Because as single men, if not dealing with a woman, you go out there and try to talk to a woman and her voice deep, it's like, come on, bro. Now I want to whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but man, now I want to whoop your ass, bro. Like, straight up. Now I'm ready to fight because I feel like you playing with me. You know what I'm saying? But again, we're not, we're not the Lord didn't make us to be brawlers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, I'm trying to walk in the most humblest way and meek way as possible. But I don't mean that you know what I'm saying, that, I just try to stay away from shit like that, man. That's why when I made a video a few weeks back, right, when I was speaking on that Julio Fulio, man, but, we gotta learn to stay away from 2/3, man. You gotta learn to walk in this truth diligently, man, and circumspectly, right? Be diligent in this work, but at the same time, know how to maneuver in this thing, man. Know how to say, man, I can't be around that type of shit, man. I can't be fooling with y'all, man. Learn to separate yourself, man. Learn how, there's a lot to this thing, man, but it teaches you how to stay out the way. All right. Back to the article. According to the 19th, since last year, trans minors and adults. Oh, Salaki. I've already read that. But yeah, it says in one March 2024 letter reviewed by the outlet, the agency said that documentary evidence provided by the applicant does not establish that the sex identifier of the birth record contains a misstatement, error, or omission. Right. Another from August 23. right, August 2023, said that for trans minors, documentary evidence established prior to the child's 7th birthday is required, while a separate letter says the trans adult must provide documentation established prior to the um, registrant's 18th birthday. As the 19th notes, for many trans people who were either unaware of or still figuring out their gender identity or were unable to assess gender affirming care as children, either requirement would be nearly impossible to provide, man. Right? So this is why, like, that shit got to be destroyed, man. Because for one, it's just it's too much chaos, man. Too much. The Lord made it simple, man, female. It can't get no simpler than that. Like, why people want to make things complicated? Oh, I don't know if I'm a man. I don't know if I'm a woman. It's like, bro, first off, your mind ain't even fully developed yet. For one, as a minor, and as you get older, you're still learning. You're still trying to figure out who you are, man. Like, we didn't get most, like, for me at least, I've only been in this truth about two years, man. And I'm just not finding out who I really am, man. By being, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Blessing me with this truth. Blessing me with the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Alright? Let me grab some precepts, man. Alright, this Deuteronomy, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Alright, so a woman should be wearing man clothes, man. Or any type of man's attire. They shouldn't be wearing that. Alright, thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Neither shall a man put on woman's garments, man. Right, so a man shouldn't be putting on no attire of a woman, man. Like, you're not supposed to be dressing up as a woman. I don't care if it's even in movies or none of that, man. Like, bro, you should not be dressing up as a woman, period, man. It's an abomination to the Lord, man. All right? Men must wear men clothing, men attire. Women must wear women attire, women clothing. All right? It says, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord Yahweh thy power. Now let's read in the NLT, Deuteronomy 22 and 5. A woman must not put on man's clothing, and a man must not wear woman's clothing. Anyone who does this is detestable in the sight of the Lord, your power. All right, detestable. Right, let's grab that from the Google. All right. Deserving definition, right? Deserving intense dislike.
Detestable.
All right. Now, let's go back to the KJV. Let's go to interlinear. Let's grab that word abomination, man. And this is the Hebrew word.
Strong's H 8441. To'eva. To'eva.
To'eva. All right. A disgusting thing. Abomination. Abominable. This outline of biblical usage. All right. It says, in ritual sense of unclean food, idols, mixed marriages. In ethical sense of wickedness. All right. It says, Strong's definition. Properly, something disgusting morally, i.e., as noun, and abhorrence, especially idolatry or concretely an idol. Right? It's a disgusting, unclean thing to do, man. All right, that's root word. To abhor, outline of biblical usage. All right, Strong's number.
Strong's H 8581. Ta'av. Ta'av.
To abhor, be abominable, do abominably, be detested in the ritual or ethical sense. Right. Strong's definition: to loathe, i.e., morally detest, make to be abhorred, right? Be commit more, right? Abominable. All right, so these are the things that the Lord hates, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me grab something. This is Proverbs chapter 6. I'm gonna go right to it. Verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord Yahweh hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look. Right? And we were just going into the scriptures of how the children of of Zion, right, are walking around here with their heads lifted up, stretched out necks, just want to be seen and be, with that proudful look, man. And that's coming from the men and the women, right? Our women out here trying to put on all this damn, makeup disguises so they can be acknowledged and be chased after, and pretty much they want to be slightly worshipped, to be honestly. And the men are just as bad, right? A proud look, a lying tongue, right? And the Lord hates a liar, man. Right? These things will not enter into the kingdom. Right? So if you out here participating in these types of acts, man, the Lord has a judgment for you, man. Right? A lying tongue and hands that shed innocent blood, man. As we see our young people out here and old people, as we see our nation today, man, just out here killing each other over stupid shit, man. Over just ridiculous shit, man. Our people are really destroyed, man. They're lost out here. It's sad to see our young people, our youth, and just our people in general, man, just gunning for each other like the way they are. Right? And a lot of innocent people get killed behind this, man, with all these gang wars. Family members that have nothing to do with whatever's going on, right? Get caught up in that in that madness, man. Right? They get killed. Right? Little young children getting killed, because of drive-bys. They just sitting at home, might be playing on their video game and get hit by a stray bullet. Man, it's just a lot of innocent blood being shed out here, man, and it's coming from our own people. Also, it's coming from the wicked as well, right? 2/3 of our people are wicked. But when I mean the actual the wicked, right, which is Esau, Edom, right? They out here killing us too, and then and we out here just killing each other, killing innocent people, man, killing innocent bystanders, killing the children, the elderly. Man, it's horrible out here, man. You know, but Yahweh Shai will be back, and he will correct all this shit, man. And verse 18, and heart that devises wicked imaginations, man. So when you have those wicked imaginations, man, sodomy, uh, murdering, lying, this 7 things that the 6 or 7 things that the Lord hates, man. Right, just being a wicked individual, man. Imagining, having those thoughts in your mind before you act on it. Right, back at verse 18. Feet that be swift and run into mischief, man. Right, so you think on it and then you act on it. Right, or something might, this is why I said earlier, I'm practicing on trying to stay as humble as possible, as meek as possible, man. Because the devil out here trying to, make you, you know, become a tyrant, man. Make you become a wicked individual, right? Trying to make you be involved into wickedness, man, and mischief, right? So if you keep your mind, right, your la'ah, concentrating on your Bashim Yahushai, right, that'll keep those wicked imaginations from you, and that'll keep your ass still, and not, running into mischief, man. Right, but again, the devil will bring that mischief to you and put it right in your face, right? But it's up to you, right, on how you handle it. And if you're blessed with the spirit of knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right, and you're practicing, walking in the right ways of Yahushai, being like Yahushai, right, you'll know how to, maneuver yourself out of that situation and to keep yourself from those situations, man. Verse 19, a false witness that speak of lies, man. Right, these false teachers out here, right? We got a lot of Israelite camps out here with teaching falsely, man. Right, and we know the Christian churches out here teaching falsely, and all these other religions are false, right? So a false witness that speak of lies, man, right? And I don't care what nobody say, right? If you out there teaching, you're a witness to what you're teaching because you're the one teaching it, right? So if you're teaching lies, man, you're a witness. You're a witness to them of them lies because you're the one teaching it. A false witness that speak of lies, man, right? So that goes into a few things, right? False witness, if you witness something and you lied on the person that didn't do anything, like it was a righteous man that's involved into something that may have happened, and you lied on that person, saying yeah he did this and yeah he did that, or yes she did this, yes she did that, but that person had no dealings with it, right? You're a liar, man, and you will be judged for that, right? And these false teachers are liars too, all right? So like, all right, but being a false witness, man, that's one of the laws as well, man. Not to be a false witness unto your people. All right. All right. Verse 19: a false witness that speak of lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren, man. Right. Just as we was just speaking on, man. Something happening, if it's something going on in the Israelite camp, and the two individual that has this situation, they're lying on each other. The Lord ain't dealing with that, man. Just a quick example. Verse 20: my son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Bind them continually unto thy heart, and tie them about thy neck. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. Right? Just having your mind set on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? Day in and day out. Right? When you wake up, that's the first thing on your mind, man. All right? For the commandment is a lamp, right? And that lamp is that light, man, that's going to lead you through this valley of death, man, right? And the law is light, right? Keeping you away from abominable things. And reproof of instruction are the way of life, man, right? So that's why we do these videos, man, to reprove our brethren, the Akim and Akwatim, and the Bunyan, man, the women, women, and children, to keep them from these sinful ways, these sinful acts, man, that the Lord calls an abomination, right? Verse 24, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her, beauty is thine heart. Neither let her take thee with her eyelids, right? Because some of them women might not be women. You letting the men beguile you, you know what I'm saying? Like, lust not after their beauty, man, right? Because too many characters out here. I'm gonna say it like there's too many characters out here, man. So you got to be careful on what you're dealing with, right? What you walk up on, what you approach, all right? All right, and that's pretty much the point, man. But these things the Lord hates, man. All right, let's go back through it real quick. All right, the 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that deviseth wickedness, wicked imaginations, feet that be swift and running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. All right, let's grab something else real quick. All right, this is Romans 1. Chapter 1, verse 26. All right, now I'm gonna read this in the NLT, then I'll go back through it in the KJV. All right, but the NLT be having, it goes off sometimes, but a lot of times it kind of hit different. Let me just say it like that. This is Romans 1 in the NLT, verse 26. All right, that is why Yahweh Bashem Yahushua abandoned them to their shameful desires. Even the women turned against the natural way to have sex and instead indulged in sex with each other. And the men, instead of having normal sexual relations with women, burned with lust for each other. Men did shameful things with other men. And as a result of this sin, they suffered within themselves the penalty they deserved, man. Right? The Lord kept them stuck in that same mindset, man, and destroyed their mind, right? Since they thought it foolish to acknowledge God, right? Acknowledge Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he abandoned them to their foolish thinking and let them do things that should have never been done. Their lives became full of every kind of wickedness, sin, greed, hate, envy, murder, quarreling, deception, malicious behavior, and gossip. They are backstabbers, haters of God, insolent, proud, and boastful. They invent new ways of sinning, and they disobey their parents. They refuse to understand, verse 31, break their promises, are heartless, and have no mercy. They know Yahweh Bashim Yahweh's judgment requires that those who do these things deserve to die, yet they do them anyway. Worse yet, they encourage others to do them too. And that's crazy, man. LGBTQ, man, that's how they get down, man. All right, and this is all written thousands of years ago, man. And they still, that's why the Lord left them in that same mindset, left them in their lustful, deceitful ways, man. All right, now let's go back and read it in the KJV. All right, I started at verse 26 in the KJV of Romans chapter 1. For this cause, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gave them up into vile affections, man. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature, right? As we just read in NLT, women with women. And likewise also the men, right? Men with men, leaving the natural use of the women, burned in their lust one towards another, men with men working that which is unseemly, man. And it's unseemly because, these men are leaving DNA in each other, man. Like, that's crazy to me. You got another man's DNA in you, bro. Like, that is shit. Wow, bro. Like, all right, which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat, and even as oh, you know why they put that there? It's meat as in MEET. All right, that's crazy, man. It says, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. All right, verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in their knowledge, right? Right? Let's read that again. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua in their knowledge, man. Because if you're blessed with the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, you ain't gonna be taking parts in this, man. Because for one, you know the judgment, and then for two, it's like damn, bro. Like you really don't have no respect for Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, bro. It's like, come on, man. I mean, it's a lot of carnal shit I could say right now, man, but again, I'm working on being humble as much as possible, man. Being meek, man. Is meek. All right. Verse 28 again. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in their knowledge, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. So, like, let's grab that word, though. My phone be tripping. Mm-hmm. It's the Greek word for reprobate. Come on, phone. Yeah. It's G96. I don't know what my phone got going on, man. It's lucky. All right, outline of biblical usage. It says not standing.
Strong's G96. Adakimas. Adakimas.
Outline of biblical usage. Not standing the test. Not approved. Properly used of metals and coins. It says that which does not prove itself such as it ought. Right? Unfit for, unproved, right? That mindset is unfit, man. Strong's definition, it says unapproved, i.e. rejected, by implication worthless. Right? He kept you in that worthless mind, the state of mind, man. Castaway, rejected, reprobate. All right. God gave them over to a reprobate mind, back at verse 28, to do those things which are not convenient. Being filled with all unrighteousness, right? It's an unrighteous act, man. It's unrighteous to act and dress up that way. It's unrighteous to want to be that way, to even think that way. It's unrighteous to act that way. I mean, it's all unclean, man. Unrighteous. It's all abominable, man. It's wickedness. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication. All right, now let's go into that word, fornication, in the blue letter. All right.
Strong's G 4202. Parnaya. Parnaya.
Parnaya. All right. Outline of biblical uses. All right. It says illicit sexual intercourse, adultery, fornication, homosexuality. Man, that's wild. Let's go grab that in Google. I mean, you already should know what that means, but let's grab it anyway.
Homosexuality.
The quality of characteristics of being sexually or romantically attracted to people of one's own sex, man. All right. So it says outline of biblical usage. Letter A, it says adultery, fornication, right? Homosexuality, lesbianism, right? Intercourse with animals. Man, it's just all this shit is wicked, man. Period. All right, Strong's definition. Harlotry. Let's grab that. Web search. Sexual. What? I don't give you like no real definition. All right, what is the meaning of harlotry? Definition of harlotry. Now, offering sexual intercourse for pay. All right, just being like a harlot. All right, so, all right, but that's a different type of harlot. You know what I mean? All right, anyway, but let me get up off of this, man. It's just wickedness, man. Fornication, homosexuality, man. All right, we'll just leave it there. All right, back at 29. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, right? Covetousness is, we just kind of going over that. What a harlot basically does, receives money. Well, I really can't say a harlot, but let me give you an example. Covetousness. All right, so like IUIC, they receive money while they teach people vain philosophies and false doctrine. All right, they making filthy lucre off the Lord, man. All right, making money off the Lord and not even teaching people the right way. All right, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit. All right, malignity, whispers, backstabbers, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, and inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Right? If you continue to still doing those abominable works, man, right, you take pleasure in that. You take pleasure in going against Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You take pleasure in just leave it there, man. There be so much stuff I be wanting to say, man, but it's I can't go that route. Right? Stay humble, stay meek. Right, it's all for edification purposes, man. To allow help bring our people out of that wicked mindset, to bring them back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? Because those abominable works, man, will bring death to you instantly, man. All right. So that's pretty much, man, the video, man. It's pretty much the point. I'm not finna read all of this article, man. It's a long article, as you see. All right. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Yahweh Ratasab Bahashim Yahushai. I ask that this lesson be edifying to who it needs to be edifying to. All right. Shalom and DTA.